Coming live from the Blake Street Tavern, this is William Whelan and Jake Shapiro here for BSNBuffs.com, and this is your official preview video for the Rocky Mountain Showdown this weekend between the University of Colorado Buffaloes and the Colorado State Rams. Jake, always a really emotional game to start the season off in Denver at Mile High. What kind of position battles are you looking for in this game? What are the key matchups here that you think are going to help decide the outcome?
I mean, first I got to say, I'm looking forward to this game in general. It's going to be so good to have football back. I'm really looking forward to the emotion that this game brings, and that curtails me into the position battle I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the Colorado Buffaloes offensive line and defensive lines and how they play against the Colorado State lines. And there is a lot of emotion in the trenches, and I think that the trenches are going to control this game.
I agree. I think the Colorado State offensive line and the CU defensive line is a huge matchup. However, I'm going to really look at the Colorado State defensive backfield and the Colorado Buffaloes wide receivers, because this is a matchup where, on paper, Colorado should have the advantage. And even if Colorado's offensive line can't hold up against that defensive line, if you got receivers getting separation early and often, you've got a chance to have a quick-paced offense, getting the ball into Sefo Lufau's hands from behind center, nice and quick. On that, where do you think Colorado State might actually be able to hurt Colorado the most in this game?
Well, Colorado State's offense is their biggest attribute, I guess. Their offensive line is known as their best position group on their team. They've got four returning starters on that offensive line. So I think that Colorado State can really hurt CU in the running game. They've got some interesting prospects at that running back position. So especially with Colorado's unanswered questions at linebacker, I think Colorado State could hurt Colorado in the run game.
Could not possibly agree more. Colorado's got to get great play out of their linebackers on Friday, because there's a chance that their defensive line won't be able to plug as many holes. Even if they plug the holes, they might not be able to get off those blocks in time to knock down the rushers and take care of that running game. Got to give me a breakout player for Friday night. There's always somebody that steps into the limelight that makes things happen. It's been Nelson Spruce in the past. It's been Paul Richardson in the past. It's been CSU guys that nobody had really heard of.
Even if Tyler Thompson has been great in the past. But
who is?
What I will say this year, and what I just said on the BSN Buffs podcast, is look for Bryce Bobo to have a big play in this game. He's been talked about hugely this offseason. A lot of talk with Winfrey going down and how he replaces him. Everyone's saying he's having a huge camp, and there's always big plays in this game. So look for Bryce Bobo to perhaps have a huge play in this game, whether it's a 50-yard touchdown or maybe it's just a big first down that moves the chains 20 yards or so.
Give me Isaiah Oliver. Give me the second guy on the outside, defensive backs. He's going to make a big play. Maybe it's a tackle for a loss. Maybe it's a strip, a fumble recovery, an interception, whatever it is. I think he's going to make a big play. And I know my final score prediction. I'm going 34-24 with Colorado being in control throughout the game. Ultimately, I do think Colorado State is going to find a way to get a score late, bring that score differential just to 10 points. But I think the Colorado Buffaloes will be in control. 34 points in the modern days of college football is not a ton, but I do think their offense will be in control and effective throughout.
I'm going to go with 27-17 personally. I think the offenses aren't going to be as prolific as in years past, especially that Connor Wood game. I think it's going to be more looking like last year, where it's a few big plays on each side are really going to determine this game, but it's going to be how consistent the Colorado Buffaloes defense can be. That is the key to the game for me.
And there you have it. You've got two predictions for the Colorado Buffaloes and head coach Mike McIntyre to come out on top of Friday night's Rocky Mountain Showdown.